I was shocked when I came to know that the rich don't work for money, money works for them. By reading this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, for becoming financially free and having passive income. As per research and data, Robert Kiyosaki is an investor, an educator, and an author, having almost $1.2 billion of net worth. If we count his net worth in Indian rupees, it is 867656444800. The fact is, most of the people in today's era want to become rich, but they don't have the knowledge about the things that what it takes to become financially free and having passive income. To be honest, before reading this wealth book, I was unaware of the things that rich people do, and I was flat broke, having minus account balance in my bank account. Basically, he says that he had two dads, rich dad and poor dad. The rich dad was of his friend's dad, and his own father was a scholar that he considered to be a poor dad. The poor dad had PhD in education and was an employee. The rich dad, he never finished or passed the 8th grade, but he was an entrepreneur. Both men were successful in their careers, working hard all their lives. Both earned substantial incomes, yet one always struggled financially. The other would become one of the richest men in Hawaii. One died leaving millions of dollars to his family, church, and charities, and the other left bills to be paid. His both dads were smart and intelligent, but they had different viewpoints about money. One dad would say, the love of money is the root of all evil. The other said, the lack of money is the root of all evil. One of the main reasons the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class struggles in their debt is because this concept called money is not taught at school. Most of us learn about money from our parents, but what can poor parents teach their kids about money? They would say, go to school, have high grades in education, and have a good job. But the child may graduate with excellent grades, but with a poor person's financial programming and mindset. Sadly, money is not taught in schools. Schools focus on scholastic and professional skills, but not on financial skills. This explains how smart bankers, doctors, and accountants who earned excellent grades may struggle financially all of their lives. The poor dad had a habit of saying, I can't afford it. For an example, I can't afford Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, or Mercedes. But the rich dad would forbid those words. He insisted, I ask, how can I afford it? The rich dad would explain by automatically saying the words, I can't afford it. The brain stops working. By asking the question, how can I afford it? The brain is put to work and think different kinds of ideas. How can I afford that kind of thing? Proper physical exercise increases your chances for health, and proper mental exercise increases your chances for wealth. One dad recommended study hard so you can find a good company to work for. The other recommended study hard so you can find a good company to buy. One dad said, the reason I am not rich because I have few kids. The other said, the reason I must be rich is because I have few kids. One said, when it comes to money, play it safe, don't take risks. The other said, learn to manage risk. Both dads paid their bills on time, yet one paid his bills first while the other paid his bills last. One dad struggled to save a few dollars, the other dad created investments. One dad would recommend to write an impressive resume to get a job in a company. but the other dad would help me to write down the strong business plans and financial plans so that I could create the jobs for others. My poor dad would say, I'm not interested in money or money doesn't matter. My rich dad always said, money is power. The poor dad wanted me to study to become a professional, an attorney or an accountant, and go to business school for my MBA. The other encouraged me to study to be rich, to understand how money works, and to learn how to have it work for me. I don't work for money were words he would repeat over and over. Money works for me. These were the words of his rich dad. Money is one form of power, but what is more powerful is financial education. The rich don't work for money, the poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. Most of the people never study this subject called money. They go to their job, get their paychecks, and they balance their checkbooks. That's it. And then they wonder why they have money problems. They think that more money will solve their problem. But the fact is that they don't have the money problem, they have the problem of financial education. People's lives are forever controlled by these two emotions, fear and greed. Offer them more money and they continue the cycle by increasing their spending. This is what I call the rat race. So many people would say, oh, I'm not interested in money. Yet they would go to their job, work for their job for 8 hours on daily basis. The main cause of poverty or financial struggle is fear and ignorance, not the economy or the government or the rich. It is self-inflicted fear and ignorance that keep people trapped. A rich dad would say, learn to use your emotions to think, but don't think with your emotions. A rich dad went to explain that the rich know that money is an illusion, truly like the carrot for the donkey. It's only out of fear and greed that the illusion of money is held together by billions of people who believe that money is real. It isn't. Money is really made up. It's only because of the illusion of confidence and the ignorance of the masses that this house of cards stands. By starting our own business, the comic book library, we're in control of our own finances, not dependent on an employer. The best part was that our business generated money for us even when we weren't physically there. Our money worked for us. Subscribe for more Rich Dad, Poor Dad coming episodes and lessons. Strive to be on the road of financial freedom and passive income.